Once again, I'll leave a link in the description below to the video I'm about to talk about. It is a video by Jarrell Miller reacting to Anthony Joshua's victory over Carlos Takam. Miller, very brash and bold, saying he wants to fight Joshua. He's been saying he wants to fight Joshua for a long time now. But he disagreed with the stoppage. He thought it was premature. I thought the stoppage was premature. Dave Caldwell thought the stoppage was premature. Johnny Nelson thought the stoppage was premature. Paulie Malignaggi thought the stoppage was premature. And many of you guys thought the stoppage was premature. So there are plenty of us who have this point of view. Jarrell Miller is interesting to me because he's a very big guy. He's strong. He throws a lot of punches. I've never seen him gas out the way Joshua has gassed out in fights before. But that's partially because of the fact that Jarrell Miller doesn't really throw with the same kind of intensity that Joshua throws with. And what I mean by that is he don't load up on his punches the way Joshua does. A lot of the shots that Jarrell Miller tends to throw are kind of arm punches a lot of the time, where he just chips away at you, kind of like a stereotypical Mexican fighter, you know, like a Brandon Rios, so he just chip away at you with shots. That's how Jarrell Miller tends to fight. You know, he certainly didn't flatten Gerald Washington like Deontay Wilder did. You understand what I'm saying? So how effective would that be against an Anthony Joshua? Joshua, we know, struggles with people who move, who give him some slickness. Would Jarrell Miller employ some back foot tactics? Because I did actually see a video of Jarrell Miller boxing on the back foot in a sparring session with Vladimir Klitschko. He may have been a hell of a lot lighter at the time though. Now he's 300 pounds. Can he still do that kind of thing? And would he do that kind of thing against Joshua? Or would he do what he did against Gerald Washington and just plow forward? Because he'll make it very easy then for Joshua only to actually get punches off. It would be like two juggernauts colliding. Will it be the guy with the better stamina that wins in that collision? Or would it be the guy with the harder punches, the quicker hands, and just the better quality work, which is Anthony Joshua? Who would be the stronger? Because I mentioned in another video, Anthony Joshua's physical strength is tremendous. And it's actually maybe his biggest asset is his physical strength. It reminds me of when Lennox Lewis was fighting. Now, Lennox Lewis, I think, was a much smoother boxer. He wasn't clunky like Joshua at all. He was much more fluid than Joshua. But one of Lewis's main strengths, which so many Lennox Lewis opponents talked about, was Lewis's physical strength. You go listen to Shannon Briggs' interviews. He talks about Lewis's physical strength. You go listen to Marion Wilson. He was a guy, very big guy, who used to spar Lennox Lewis. He said he sparred so many top heavyweights over the years. He could not believe how physically strong Lennox Lewis was when he got in the ring sparring with him. And so many other heavyweights have said the same thing. Glenn McCrory, he fought Lennox Lewis. I believe that was for the Commonwealth title. Glenn McCrory had sparred Mike Tyson and, you know, many other fighters and heavyweights. He said Lewis's physical strength was absolutely unbelievable. He said he could not believe how strong the guy was. He said Tyson was nowhere near as strong as Lewis physically. Not really talking about the punching power, just talking about the actual physical strength. So with Joshua, he might not be as, you know, polished or as smooth as Lennox Lewis, but he might have that same physicality, that physical strength. And again, I mentioned this in another video. So will he be able to impose that on Jarrell Miller, who appears to be a very physically strong man himself? I mean, Jarrell Miller, 300 pounds. Is there anybody capable of pushing Jarrell Miller back? You guys watch the video, hear what Jarrell Miller says. Let me know what you think about a potential fight between Joshua and Miller. How would it go? Would Miller be able to exploit Joshua's supposed stamina problem? Or would Miller just be a sitting duck for Joshua's big punches? Let me know how you feel, people. It's happening. I'm out.